More or less, you know, when you talk about schemes, you talk about what you like to do and the ability to do it from more than just one formation. Okay, scheme doesn't necessarily mean, oh, this formation I'm only going to run this formation I'm only going to run that. It's something that you can do from any formation and still be effective. Okay, so just kind of go in here. Hopefully I don't get blue screen, man. I've been having issues with that since the update. So I'm just going to kind of go through a lot of the reads and stuff that we like to do, and I'll do it from different formations. Earlier you tune in, the more luckier you are. You just have to hit the rewind. I'm going to kind of give you a breakdown on some of the stuff that we like to go through. Now, more or less, it's going to be more West Coast style. Like, even though you do have the option for the deep, you want to set up the deep. You don't want to just spam the same thing. You don't want to run anything stock. So I'm going to just go through a couple of formations and give you a solid idea. Usually I like to run to set up the play action. So usually the concept for running is you run off tackle versus man coverage. You run zone versus zone coverage. You run inside zone split versus A-gap turbo blitzers. And then you run counter versus a B-gap turbo blitzers. Okay? So with that being said, shouldn't have to really do too much on the run. I can just kind of do more principles of what we're doing in the pass game. And you just go random play, right? Um, One of the things that I like to do, like the block side, you can do whatever you want with it. Okay, really just defines who you want to get open, how you want to utilize them, what their traits are, whether they're speed, whether they're more possession. You know, like really just think about that as far as personnel. But one of the things that I like to do when I open up the play action is I don't necessarily just want to start off deep. You know, I want to kind of keep the defense, you know, at bay. I want to keep them honest, and I don't want the user chasing deep routes. Okay, so what we do is, like I said, is I take the hitch route and just add it to the concept. And then when you motion on, like in this formation, make sure he goes behind the other receiver. If you're dealing with man coverage, you can force a switch. You can force whoever to be man based on the position of when you decide to hike the ball. Okay, so if you're playing a lot of man and this dude's still on this side of the receiver, even when you motion him across, then the outside receiver will play man on him. Okay, so kind of keep that in mind. If those routes cross, there will be a switch assignment if they are playing man. So just be be vigilant about that. Another thing is, you know, if you do the motion hike, you can go like before, and it's always a solid check down route. Okay, so you dink and dunk, you got easy completions, you kind of get a feel if they're blitzing you, and it's good versus blitz. You know, like they send in the house like a cover three blitz, and you got a hitch route on the field. You know, it's definitely going to be an easy, quick read. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, you can proceed to go over the top. And that's just with three routes, right? Now, you can opt to add more routes to it, like if you feel like you want to hit the. Now, with verticals, do smart route your verticals. Do not let them go all the way. That way you get better control of them. And then just kind of do it like that. So it's just simple concept. You always want to read your hitch first, okay? Like regardless what you got, your hitch is first and then you read over the top, okay? So it's just simple but yet effective. Now, let's kind of show you guys from other formations because y'all probably tired of seeing strong close by now. Um, let's, for instance, say we come out in this formation. I'm trying to remember if I can motion hitch out. Now, if you can't motion hitch out some formations, you can do a same side hitch. Like this formation in particular, like I could do a same side hitch. And that's pretty much all you want to do. You know, you just do a hitch route on the field. As long as you got the hitch, the scheme's in play, bro. Like, you can do it from any formation. That's my scheme, okay? So I always have that hitch route on the field, and you can move the hitch based off of what they're doing, okay? If you feel like they're playing like a lot of man coverage or whatnot, you can kind of move based on that, right? So I can make him go deep and then hitch him, you know, and that route's going to be a man beater. You know, if he decides he wants to play man. If not, if he wants to stay in zone, we got a nice little playmaker available. So you can kind of just shoot it over the zone. So, like I said, go to other formations. It's going to kind of show you that this works from any formation that you do, okay? Kind of like for instance, we got a nice little scheme in weak wing that I'm working on, and I'll probably do like a scheme on it, like just for everybody or whatever, but just kind of give you an example, right, with your motions. You're doing the run, zone run. It's going to be more or less a zone weak, so you could run it flip, then motion him over, and then hike it, right? It's a nice little zone run. Now, you also got other stuff in here. We got some nice stuff in here. You can do it with the halfback gut too. That halfback gut's a little bit better than the 94 weak because it's more direct right at him. It's not a slow handoff. But you keep getting them, and then what's going to happen is you're going to open these play actions up with everything that you want to do, right? So obviously right here, probably want to try to think. Let's see. Like with that motion, you could opt to like motion him out. Like you say you want to add the motion out, right? He's in the slot. Okay, boom, you got your hitch route, right? And then let's say we want, you know, if you have Waller, you can be creative. If you have anybody with or quarterback that can do extra routes, you can be a little creative here. And then just motion them over with the hitch. You have a nice check down on the hitch. If the hitch isn't there, you go over the top. You always read from your hitch to your deep. Okay. So different things you can do. We can go to the counter alert. Kind of sell. You want to sell the counter. Make it give the strong vibe. Okay. It's got a nice little scheme with it. Now we can go back and run this gut play the way it's designed. Let's say you want to add like the motion over there, like you're setting up for the hitch route, right? And then you motion them back over because it's going to be more of a power run. He sets up. You just run right at him. Okay, so it's making sure you know which runs you're going to do in certain situations, and you can open up your play actions and whatnot. So like I said, you want to do the play action, you want the hitch on the field. If you have Waller, you can be creative. If not, some things that you can do is you can use like the option routes out the backfield. Trying to see if there's any motions I can do with this tight end. Okay, I can motion this tight end over, give him the hitch. You want to build off this hitch route because it's going to be your quick read. You know, if it's not there, you take something else. You read X. He's not there. He's not there. Read the flat. It's just going to hold him off long enough. If he's covered, you go to the next read. It's easy. You can do it from any formation. You just go to a different. I should go like random formation, but let's see. Like strong wing, for instance. I like strong wing, like if I'm dealing with turbo blitzers because of the inside zone split. But likewise, you still have the whole concept of what we're doing. Now, things might change a little bit, slightly here. You might not have a hitch, right, because of the fullback angle. Now, what we can do, let me see. You can get a little creative. Okay. What we can do is we can get rid of this comeback route, motion him into the slot, give him the hitch. So he's just going to sit right there. Okay. Then you can bring this guy over the top. And like I said, you're going to read the hitch. The hitch is going to be your sometimes with containment. You have to bear with me sometimes. Just read the hitch. That's all you got to do. Now I might opt to cancel on that play action because sometimes it'll roll out right into a containment, so you might want to be a little bit careful with it. We'll smart route that. So we'll cancel right there or right before he gets in there. See, that's why I don't. Sometimes practice mode can be getting you. But there's other formations. Let's go do some other formations. Like I said, you find you a nice little play action. Any play action. And this works. The objective here is not to necessarily go deep. It's more or less just read the hitch, motion the hitch over. That way you flood in one side of the field. And you do have the option, like if you have a receiver with, you know, outside apprentice or something, you know, you can throw post over the top of that and stuff. So it's not like, you know, that's all you're doing. You read the hitch, you got time to read the hitch, and then you can playmaker the hitch, you know, and you roll out with it, look downfield. Always make your read off the hitch. It's like every time you play in it, you know, even with your regular passes, you know, you can do this as well. Because, you know, if you're playing someone that plays a lot of zone, it's an easy way to kind of get some open stuff. Let's go random play. Like I said, we got the hitch on the field. You read the hitch. Okay. Now this is interesting because you can smart route that route by Waller. It's a nice little crisp dig concept. Then you still, like if they're in cover 4, you can smart route that route as well. So it's a nice little deep inside route to kind of hold them, and you can, like I said, just read the hitch. And if it's covered, you just throw behind it. You know, you might not like the crosser. You might want the crosser to go a little bit shorter or whatnot, right? So if we want to throw the crosser over the top of it, and we want to do something different here with Waller, like I can go double hitch, you know. If you read the hitch, something gonna get open. But obviously practice mode being practice mode, probably could have ran a different route with Waller. Let me see. Yeah, Waller, you can do other stuff, but like I said, you read off the hitch. You can make your adjustments from there. Hitch is covered. And then just use her over with my user catch technique. Catch those one-on-ones. Go to try some other formations. Like I said, the hitch route is going to be very important in your offense. You can use it from a lot of stuff to kind of take advantage of man and zone. Like if you're not sure, let me give you a good example. Some have built-in hitches, like they're deep 10-yard hitch routes. Kind of just pick a regular hitch, right? So you read the hitch off of anything that you do. And then you might want to send, something deep over there and then kind of throw him off on that side. But hitch route, we got to something come under him. Like I said, you always read the hitch. If it's not there, then you go to your second read. Okay? Most of your pass concepts is you read the short, then you progress deep. You don't want to sit there and just go for the deep shot, because what if the deep shot isn't there? You done allowed all your underneath read progressions to just dissipate because you were worried about getting that one shot, and then by the time that route finishes, you don't really have anything to go to and you're scrambling for your life. Now, if you read short to deep, then you can make more out of your offense. Okay, so like I said, just read the hitch, and it's gonna tell you what you're gonna do. Okay, like both of them in the same spot, but you don't want your routes just technically touching each other. Like, that's not recommended. Like I said, some of these routes have built-in hitches that you can read that are a little bit deeper, but it's fine. Like I said, just read the hitch. 3, 2, 1. You have 3 seconds to make that read and throw. Okay, anytime you're playing any formation. And hopefully I can get into a game and kind of explain this a lot more without getting blue screen. You just come in different formations, teaching you guys to read the hitch, okay? You create hitches, right? You're not sure. Now we got a hitch route on the field, okay? You can get a switch concept. You can manipulate match coverages because those routes get so close and then split. And then you can usually force a man open. So I just kind of said, if you're in a play action, you're reading a hitch. If the hitch isn't there, then you go elsewhere, okay? Sometimes the hitch will be a little trafficked up, but it's fine, And you can build off of the hitch. You can start doing other routes, and I'm going to explain it to you here in a minute. So you just read the hitch. Hitch isn't there. Hitch becomes open again. You just throw it to it, okay? So always read the hitch on your play actions, and then we can kind of go more or less into an actual offense without the play action, okay? So let's give you kind of the example here. Like shotgun, for instance, that's a good one. Hitch is going to be your telltale on who's open. Just go random play. Give me a hitch. Give me a pull route. I might actually smart route that and then just do a swing route. Okay? Like I said, you're going to read the hitch. Hitch will tell you what's open. Okay, so it's man coverage. Now, thing about hitch routes is you can smart route them and you cannot press hitch routes. Okay? So he'll be able to go straight without getting pressed, and then you can throw it to him. Okay? He's not going to get bumped off his route. He's going to go run his thing, do his thing. He's not going to get fucked with. Like, hitch routes are like the best routes in the game. Let's be honest here. Like, you're not going to fuck with him. Read him. He's going to open other routes up. Always, that's your primary read. I don't care what else you have on the field. You read the short dink and dunk first, and then you go from there. So it's any formation. That's kind of what I wanted to explain off of. I'm going to try to get a game in. Cross your fingers I don't get blue screen, because I did play 2 games, which was a record for me so far this week. But let's see. Yep, blue screen. After practice mode.